Today I'm excited to share some tips and tricks how to save up 10,000K fast. Rather you're saving up for your dream vacation, for the payment for your house, or your emergency fund. This strategy helped me to reach my financial goal in less than 10 months. First, automating your saving. Pay yourself first. That's the key. That's the main important thing to really understand. Each month, with each paycheck, pay yourself first. It makes no sense to first pay your rent, the groceries, everything that comes along. At the end, you're looking at your bank account, there's nothing left over to save. Because whatever you had, you're going to spend it. Even if you would have had 100 euro less, you would have somehow made it through the month. But you would have not saved those $100 extra. So pay yourself always first. Set up automatic transfers from your paycheck account over to a separate account, like a savings account. Name the savings account however you want, but make sure you're paying yourself first. Make sure that is an automatic process. You don't have to think about it, but you're not touching it. Do not touch that money. Leave it there. This is the most important thing. Next, set up specific saving goals. That if it's 10,000K, it might be more, it might be less. But maybe break those 10,000K or the amount of money you want to save up in smaller pieces that you can achieve. That way you see progress while you're saving, and that's going to motivate you for the rest of the journey. If you found it helpful, so it would mean a ton if you subscribe to my channel and make it easier to find the video for others too. Next step, guess what it is? Budgeting. But don't skip the video yet. I know budgeting is not the favorite thing to do, but it's the most necessary one. You cannot just go ahead and spend all your money and don't know where it goes. Especially then if you really want to make sure you're saving some of that. So budgeting comes into place. So write down your monthly income and expenses really detailed. Write down whatever comes into your pocket, but also write down where it goes to. Is it the rent, the groceries, maybe also contracts, insurances, everything that you're spending last month. Write it down and make sure to next month spend less on those things. Groceries, it doesn't have to be the more expensive grocery store, or maybe your closet is full enough. Why spend more money on more clothes that you actually don't need? You want it, but you don't need it. For that comes up a following video on the topic, you want it or you need it. Where's the difference? So identify areas where you can cut back easy without having the feeling you're missing out on the fun part of life. Write it down with the old paper and pen method, or take a budgeting app. There are tons of helping budgeting apps that you can use for exactly doing that. Sell unused items. Selling unused items is often a very good way to get some extra money into your pocket. Maybe it's clothes, maybe it's jewelry, maybe it's old furniture that's still good, but you don't really need it. You can always find something in drawers or in your closet that you might not need anymore, but other people can need it very well. And selling that is the most easiest way to get money into your pocket. For that, there are enough platforms out there like eBay, or also just organize a garage sale. Whatever comes in, don't use it again for any kind of spendings. Save it. Next one seems small probably, but it's not that small at all. If you're leaving a room, turn off the lights. If you're brushing your teeth, don't let the water run. Small things like that at the end of the year make a difference too in your pocket. Don't underestimate them. The same goes for changing money, changing coins. Take a jar, put it in the kitchen, and coins in there that are left over from your last grocery shop. You will see that is adding up as well. Transportation costs. Transportation costs is one of those costs we have to feel we can never get rid of. Maybe you don't have the chance to just take the bike instead of the car, but maybe there are people driving the same way as you. Maybe car sharing would be an option here. And make sure you're looking at the gas station prices. Maybe the gas station a few meters ahead is cheaper than the one you just saw. So even if it takes time here and there, make sure you're comparing prices. Doesn't matter if it's a supermarket or if it's something else you're purchasing or if it's the gas station. Next one should be obvious. Sometimes it is not, or it's just intimidating and very easy to eat out every day or very often or whenever it looks nice to go to that or this restaurant with friends. I get the point, but do you have to go super hungry to that dinner or restaurant? Do you have to be super hungry going to the grocery shop? No, make sure you eat at home before you go somewhere out. That way you're not going to be most likely spending money somewhere else. Here also a big point is meal prepping. Write out what you need in a week, stick to that plan. Cook more than you need for the day so you have more for tomorrow and don't have to cook twice, but still make sure you stick to that meal planning that you had. That way, you're not going to buy every day here and there something at the grocery shop, because we all know it always adds up to get more at the end. But having a weekly meal plan makes that process way easier. Ideally, take 70% of whatever you're earning, put that to all the things that you have to, like rent, grocery shopping, everything, but the rest 30%, and it should be at least 30%, put in a savings account. I know that seems a lot, but there are always ways to cut somewhere back without missing out of the fun parts in life. Just make sure 70% of your income goes into your spendings that you need and 30% is your saving. This one sounds easier than it sometimes seems or is, but increasing your income is necessarily often needed if you see that those 30% are just not doable, or you just have, even from those 30%, not enough to come fast to your goal. But it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. For increasing your incomes and having ideas for that, check out this video. Last but not least, promised you there is one very, very important tip at the end. Here it is. Time. Set yourself a time frame. After you've budgeted everything, look at your budget and make sure you can already calculate how soon you should be at your end goal, and then make smaller pieces of that and look, okay, where should you be in 1 month, in 2 months, in 3 months. Don't stop checking on that. Don't stop to stay on track. Budgeting, saving habits, don't stop budgeting, and keep your eyes on the prices. You will see that makes a huge difference. By implementing these tips and staying focused on your saving goal, you can reach 10,000K faster than you might think. And there you have it, my way to save up 10,000K fast. Remember, it's all about making small changes and staying disciplined, and always focus on your goal. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't so far, and I'm happy you're following me along. And like always, be productive, stay motivated. See you next time.